A pleasant day, my dear beautiful and handsome viewers. Once again, this is Angelica Apolinario, and I will be presenting to you my oratorical speech with the theme Youth Moral Recovery Program and Nation Building. God bless. There was once a story of a father and a son. The son asked his father, Father, why do we need to have an education and pursue the course that we want? But look at I am. I am just a lazy man. You are much more needed by our community because you are an intelligent, wise, and very industrious man. The father answered, My dear child, you are still young. You can still straighten your path and choose the morality that anchored in the Bible or the morals that really our society needed. Then the child react in negative way. My father, no! I hope I cannot make it. I hoped that I will never be a good person like you. But his father lastly replied, Our Pambansang Bayani, Dr. Rosario said, Youth are the hope of our motherland, and so are you, my dear child. What an amazing statement coming from a prestigious, talented, intelligent, and very wise man in our history. It is a great privilege and opportunity to be the hope, to be the shaper of our next generation that will come, who will take part in changing our society. But the question is, as a youth, how or what are the ways that we can still prove to the universe that we can still be the hope of our motherland? Even today, our image was already ruined and known as the burden and the problem of our own home. But the question is how we can still be the hope of our motherland, even we are named as the burden and as a problem of our own home. My dear youth, my fellow youth, we can still recover the ruined image. Let us only be positive, open-minded, and be the doers of our own teachings. Youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. Nelson Mandela stated long time ago. Therefore, my first point for today is that youth are leaders. Leadership is not all about having achievement, but true leadership is a service. You are not only aiming to be in the top, to be a great person, but you are aiming to be in the top, to serve and to do little things in your extraordinary ways. So as leaders, we are expected to do our task with our own capabilities, with our own strength, and our own power. Great leaders don't tell you what to do. They show you how it's done. Until you and I will be stepping forward to foretaste the changing society. Youth are leaders, therefore they must be also a good example. My second point is, as a youth, we must be a good example. Only through action works take meaning. Free Child Institute motto. The more we become worth emulating, the more we become influential. And if we become influential, the more we are having attraction, the more we become the agent of change. In our early age, we bloom. We totally feel that we are free. That even what we think is right, we immediately do these things. We only satisfying our souls, our desires in our flesh. But this is sadly disappointing God. This is a sad but a true reality. Majority of young men and young women was comforted by this word rather than comforted by the love of Christ. So my last point for today is that we must be a youth for Christ in recovering our morality as a person and even our morality in this world. But how we will become the youth of Christ? Simply, we must use our talent, our vigor, our strength, our time, and our enjoyment for the Lord, so that we will not only experience the love, the joy of being in Christ, but also we will acknowledge that as a leaders and as an influencer, we are also in great need rather of our true source of leadership and influence, which is Jesus Christ. Let us anchor our hope in Christ so that you and I will also be the hope of our motherland. I hope that after watching my video, you and I will become also the hope of our own community. I hope you enjoy and learn something. God bless and more power.